What's up, folks? Welcome back to BrickBucks, and if you're new here, this is where we talk about Lego investing. That is buying Lego sets like this one, holding them for some time after they're no longer being manufactured because the values increase, and then selling them again and building our wealth. Now, today I'm really excited because firstly, I'm going to announce the winner of the 10K giveaway. We are giving away the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, which is an incredible set that I am a big fan of. At the end of this video, I'm going to announce the winner of that contest. It's been a lot of fun watching all of the activity in that contest. Thank you for participating. But first, before we do that, let's talk a little bit about something that I've wanted to talk about for a while here on this channel. And I want to look at Harry Potter. I want to look at the old Lego Harry Potter sets, figure out how did they do? Did they actually grow in value over time or not? Because Harry Potter is available right now in stores, but it's not the first time. There's actually been Harry Potter sets going back around 20 years ago. Lego Group have been making sets related to the Harry Potter theme and brand, and this has happened in waves. So between 2001 and 2004 there were Harry Potter sets, then it went away for a while and it came back at around 2010. We had more Harry Potter sets, but a kind of a different style and different scenes that were depicted, and then it went away again, and now we're back in the third wave right now that has been running for the last couple of years, since around 2017. And a lot of Lego investors are buying these Harry Potter sets expecting them to grow in value, and they are growing in value. But if we look back at history, can we learn anything about what we can expect of these sets over time? How did the Wave 1 sets do? How did the Wave 2 sets do? What is the return on investment like on a typical Harry Potter Lego set over time? Now, before we jump into the ranking, I do want to say two quick things. Firstly, I am only looking at the first wave and the second wave here in this video. I'm excluding the wave that we have right now on the shelves because those sets have just started to retire. And the second thing that I want to quickly call out is that I've excluded a couple of sets from this ranking, including seasonal promotional type sets and also some of the really cheap sets like the $5 to $10 range, because to be honest, there are none of those right now in the theme at all, so looking at those doesn't really help us to determine how we want to approach our strategy when it comes to investing in the current wave of Harry Potter sets. So I wanted to look at more of the meaty type sets, like the $15 and higher. And with that, let's jump in and talk about some Harry Potter Lego sets and how they performed over time. First, I think I need to get rid of this and bring it back at the end of the video to announce the winner of that. Just bear with me while I switch this out. Okay, I think this is much more fitting for the topic of the video. So coming in at number 10 here on this list of top 10 performing Lego Harry Potter sets from waves 1 and 2 is Diagon Alley. This, of course, is a very notorious set. A lot of us know about this set. It is very popular, and honestly, it's an amazing looking set. This is number 10217, released in January of 2011 and retired in December of 2012 for a shelf life of just under 2 years. This was a pretty big set, particularly for that time frame in 2011. It had 2,025 pieces and 12 minifigures, 7 of which were unique minifigures to this set, which of course contributed to the set rising in value so much. Now, this set retailed for $150 back in 2011, but right now on eBay, recent sales have gone for around $525. So quite a jump from the $150 price point. That overall will be a return on investment of 198% on eBay if you bought it at the retail price of $150. Now, of course, it has been some time since retirement on the set because, of course, it retired in 2012. So over the course of almost 9 years, if we average out that return on investment, that would be an average annual return on investment of 22%, which of course is almost triple of what you would get in many investments, including the stock market, if you average it out over time. But with Lego investing, we'd like to do a bit better than an average annual return of 22%. Let's see where we go from here. Coming into number 9 now on this list. In 9th position, we have Hogwarts Castle. And no, it is not this Hogwarts Castle. This is a Hogwarts Castle that was released in April of 2004. And it retired the next year in December of 2005 for a shelf life of just over a year and a half. This is set number 4757. Yes, that is when the set numbers had 4 digits instead of 5. And this set had 944 pieces in it. The set retailed for $90, so with 944 pieces and $90 price, that makes a price per piece of around 10 cents, which is slightly below the average of this theme. Overall, all the sets that I looked at in the Harry Potter theme from waves 1 and 2, the average price per piece was around 11 cents, so slightly below that on this Hogwarts set. And with that retail price of 90, right now on eBay, it's actually selling for around 500 when you look at recent sales. So if you were the seller in that transaction and you paid your fees to eBay, you would have a profit of around $335 if you bought this set at retail and sold it today, which is of course around a 372% return on investment. But of course, it's been a very long time since this set retired. This has been almost 16 years since this set retired. So although it is an excellent return on investment overall, over the whole time of 16 years, that would be an average annual return of 23%. Moving on now to number 8 on this list, and in 8th position here we have the Hogwarts Express. Of course, it's not a Harry Potter set list if you don't have a Hogwarts Express in there. This was the second edition of the Hogwarts Express. That is set number 4758, and this was also released in April of 2004 and retired in December of 2005, so it had the exact same shelf life as the Hogwarts Castle that we just looked at. This Hogwarts Express retailed for just $40, which is half of what the current Hogwarts Express that's available right now in stores is currently retailing at, which is $80. With that $40 retail price, it had just 389 pieces inside the box, which is a price per piece of around 10 cents. And from that retail price of $40, we have grown considerably. Right now on eBay in recent sales, this set is selling for around $235. So from $40 to $235, that would be a profit if you were to sell her in that transaction of $160, or a return on investment of 399%, which of course averaged out over those almost 16 years since retirement on this second edition Hogwarts Express would be an average annual return on investment of 25% on this set. Moving on now into number 7, and in 7th position is another Hogwarts Castle, and again it's not this one, the Hogwarts Castle that was released in 2007. This is set number 5378, released in June of 2007 and retired in December of that same year in 2007 for a very short shelf life of just 6 months. This one was from the Order of the Phoenix sub-theme and retailed for $90, the same as the last Hogwarts Castle that we just looked at. And this one almost had the exact same piece count as well of 943 pieces, which of course gives it a price per piece of around 10 cents, which is the same as the last two that we just looked at. Now, from that price of $90, where did it go over the course of time? Right now on eBay, it's selling for around $500 in recent sales. And if you bought it at retail for $90 and sold it for $500 today, after fees, you would be profiting around $335 on that. So that's a return on investment of 372%, and over the course of around 14 years since the set retired, that will be an average annual return of 27%. Moving into 6th position now, and we have Harry and the Hungarian Horntail, which of course is from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is Lego set 4767, which was released in October of 2005 and retired in July of 2006. With 265 pieces in this one, it retailed for around $30 and had a price per piece of around 11 cents. Current price on eBay for recent sales on this set is around $205. So from a $30 investment, that is not a bad return. If you were to sell her in that transaction, of course, that would be a profit of $144, or a return on investment of 481%. Not bad for this set. Now, of course, it has been more than 15 years since retirement, so that's an average annual return on investment of 31%. Heading into the top 5 now, and leading the charge into the top 5 is set number 4756. This is the Shrieking Shack. This set was released in April of 2004 and retired in July of 2005 for a shelf life of around a year and a quarter. It had 444 pieces and a retail price of $50, which gave it a price per piece of 11 cents. Again, around the average of the theme, but a little bit more than what we've seen in some of the other sets so far in this list. And from that retail price of $50, this set is now selling on eBay for around $420. So if you were to sell her there, of course, that will be a profit after fees of around $307, or a return on investment of 604%. 14% on this one. Now, it's been more than 16 years since this set retired, so averaging out that return on investment over that time gives us an average annual return of 38%. So this is a big jump from what we've seen so far into 38% in 5th position. Moving on now into number 4, we have the Durmstrang ship from the Goblet of Fire, of course. This is set number 4768, released in October 2005, retired in July of 2006. This set retailed for $50 and had 550 pieces inside the box, which gave it a low price per piece of around 9 cents. And from that $50 price point, this one has grown quite a bit as well. On eBay right now, the Durmstrang ship is selling for around $400 from an investment of $50. So if you sold it for $400 after buying it at retail price, that would be a profit after fees of around $290 or a return on investment of 580%. Now, averaging that out over 15 years since retirement gives us an average annual return of 38% here on the Durmstrang ship. Moving into the top 3 now, and in 3rd position we have Nocturne Alley, of course, from the Chamber of Secrets sub-theme. This is set number 4720, released in April 2003, retired in December of 2004 for a shelf life of over a year and a half. This set retailed for $20 and had 209 pieces inside the box for a price per piece of around 10 cents. Now, from that $20 investment, the set has moved up to selling right now on eBay for around $190 in new and sealed condition. And of course, if you bought it for $20 and sold it for $190, you would be profiting around $142 or a return on investment of 708% on your $20 investment here. Now, over the course of almost 17 years since the set retired, that would give you an average annual return on investment of around 42%. Moving into 2nd position now, we have the Graveyard Duel. There was a similar set recently called The Rise of Voldemort from the Goblet of Fire sub-theme, of course. This is set number 4766, released in October of 2004 and retired in July of 2006. So this set had a shelf life of over 2 years, a little longer than a lot of the sets we've seen so far here in this list. It retailed for $30 and had a pretty high piece count of 548, which gave it a price per piece of just 5 cents. Really low here for this theme. Released in October of 2004, retired in July of 2006 for a shelf life of just under 2 years. And this one had quite a high piece count. It actually had 548 pieces inside the box here for a retail price of just $30. So the price per piece on this was just around 5 cents. Very low for the theme. Now, the current price on eBay for this set in brand new and sealed condition is $300. So going from that $30 initial investment to $300, of course, if you are the seller in that transaction, you'll be making a profit of around $225 or a return on investment of 750%. And it's been over 15 years since retirement on this set, so of course averaging out that return on investment over 15 years gives us an average annual return of 49%. And moving into number 1 now, the best performing Lego Harry Potter set from the 1st and 2nd waves and excluding the current sets is set number 4762, Rescue from the Merpeople. Also from the Goblet of Fire sub-theme. This set was released in October of 2005 and retired in July of 2006 for a shelf life of just around 9 months. This set retailed for $20 and it had 175 pieces, so a price per piece here of 11 cents. And right now on eBay, this set is selling for around $200. So from a $20 initial investment to a $200 selling point today, if you were the seller in that transaction, that would be a profit of around $150 after you've paid your selling fees, or a return on investment of 750% on this. And on this one, of course, has also been around 15 years since retirement, so averaging out that 750% return on investment over 15 years gives us an average annual return of 49% on this set. So there you have it, folks. That is the top 10 best performing Lego Harry Potter sets, again excluding some of the promotional ones and excluding some of the really low priced sets like the $5 or $10 sets. Now, I do want to call out one thing. If you're looking at this list and you're feeling, some of these sets are really, the average annual returns are not as high as I expected. Some of the other themes that we've looked at in the past have had higher average annual returns. You are right about that, of course, and the average annual return is lower here from what we've seen in other themes. But I want to call out that the hold time on this is also a lot higher. We're looking at sets that have been retired for 15 and 16 years here in this list. So that's a lot of time, of course, for some of the growth to slow down over time. What we typically see now with Lego is that it grows faster in the first couple of years after retirement, and then it does slow down. So we need to account for that here, and we need to realize that, having that average annual return of 49% over such a long period of time, over 15 or 16 years, is actually pretty impressive for some of these sets. So that's just something I wanted to call out so that you keep that in the back of your mind. This kind of exercise is good at comparing sets with each other and figuring out which ones are the best in the Harry Potter theme. But when it comes to comparing how this performs versus the Star Wars UCS video that I did, I would just keep in mind that the different hold times and how long they've been retired definitely will skew some of the numbers here. And if you're looking at sets that were retired 15 years ago and comparing them to sets that retired 4 years ago or 3 years ago, it won't exactly be an apples to apples comparison. And with that in mind, another interesting thing that we see here is that in this top 10 list, only one of them was from the 2011 range of Harry Potter sets. The other 9 were from the earlier wave, the first wave of Harry Potter sets around the 2004-2005 timeframes. So that's an interesting finding as well, and I will be interested to see how the current wave of Harry Potter sets that are available in stores today stacks up against both of the previous waves over time. Okay, so let's get rid of Hogwarts here, bring back in Pirates of Barracuda Bay, and announce the winner of this contest. Okay, so thank you again for everybody who signed up and participated in this contest. The winner of the 10K giveaway and the person who will be receiving the Pirates of Barracuda Bay is Sonia Rhodes. Sonia, congratulations, you have won the Pirates of Barracuda Bay giveaway. So respond to my email with your shipping address and I will get this out to you. Again, thank you everybody for participating. Congrats Sonia for winning. I hope you enjoy this set if you choose to build it, or I think it's going to be a great investment. Whatever you choose to do, it is yours. That's it for this video, folks. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to be in with a chance of winning future giveaways like this one. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, I'm Shane from brickbucks.net, and I will see you in the next one.